What's up, everybody? David here from Pro Duo Flippers. If you haven't watched me before, my wife and I are both full-time sellers on eBay. That's what we do for our only income. That's how we earn a living, and a comfortable living at that, I would say. Today, I just want to talk to you about an item that we found at thrift stores. You know, so every once in a while, when you source, you come across something that ends up being really interesting or really fun or whatever, and this is one of those items. I just kind of walk you through what happened. I basically buy most of my stuff at auctions or thrift stores or estate sales, garage sales, that kind of a thing. This item that I bought, I happened to be thrifting that day. Went into a local Goodwill. I'm in kind of what they call like an everything seller. So what that just basically means is I don't just buy clothes, or I don't just buy electronics, or just books or whatever. I kind of look through the whole store. There's pluses and advantages to that, or advantages and disadvantages to that, I should say. Maybe I'll make a video about that pretty soon. But basically it means I go through the whole store, and I find items that look like they might be worth money, and I look up on eBay to see what they were worth, and that's how I buy my inventory for the most part when I'm out thrifting. So one of the areas that I usually look at is backpacks, and this day I happened to look up a backpack. This is the backpack here. I'll post a picture up here, and the brand was Clive. I just quickly looked up comps, and this is kind of what I saw for comps. So they look like it would be around, at least $30. That was good enough for me. It was a quality looking backpack. It was in decent shape. It was in pretty good shape, and so I buy backpacks regularly if they're mostly for like sporting good things. Like I might buy some occasional JanSport or whatever, plain ones, but hiking backpacks and stuff like that a lot. Anyway, this one was more like a skateboarding brand. I picked it up, threw it in the cart, ended up going out of the store with like 20 other items maybe that day. Usually, typically I'll get a full cart going through the whole store. So it was just one of the many items I picked up that day, and thinking it was probably worth about $30 or something. So I get home. I think it was the next day where my wife actually took pictures of it. I went to go list it and wanted to do some more thorough research to see exactly what I should list it price wise, and just kind of stumbled across one of a similar one in a different color that said something about SMALLVILLE, the TV show with Clark Kent, Superman, and how he had a backpack, but this one was a different color. So anyway, I did a bunch more research. Probably spent a half hour or an hour, maybe even, just looking at different things. I watched a YouTube video about the backpack, somebody who had made one. Anyway, long story short, it turns out it's the same backpack. Not the exact backpack, but the same, brand, colorway, and everything. Same exact backpack that Clark Kent used in the TV show. So anyway, I had no idea what it was worth. I saw some things that I wasn't sure I could believe, that looked at like the value of it being super high, and so I decided I was just going to auction it because I didn't know what it was worth. I didn't want to list it at $50 or $100 and have it sell for that if it was worth much more. So anyway, here's where I started at. I'll show you this again. I started at like $25 with $15 shipping, and just assume that, or just let it start there and see where to go. I put it on a 7-day auction, and I will let you watch the rest of it. So it quickly, within a day or two, went up to a couple $100, and then it kind of just stayed there. I will let you watch like the last 15 seconds to see what it actually ended up selling for. So here we go. All right, so there you go. So it ended up selling for $760. I paid $5 for this backpack at the thrift store. I think I typically have a 20% off coupon when I go to this Goodwill, because they give you a 20% off discount if you donate items there. And so I almost always have a coupon on that. So it's a good chance I got it for $4. But $4 into $760, that's pretty great profit. So, and I should say that, I was a little bit nervous about sending something that high price, or what could happen, but I have since, the buyer has since received it, left me positive feedback, and even sent me 2 messages afterwards, after the sale, after receiving it, and thanking me for offering it for sale or whatever. So apparently it's a pretty collectible item for those of you who are big fans of SMALLVILLE. I will disclose that I actually had to sell this backpack twice. So the first time I listed it, I ended up selling it. I did an auction, and it ended up going for $1,150. I was super excited, and of course I was super worried also that maybe that the item wouldn't be paid for, because when you do an auction, the buyer isn't required to pay right away, so they can take up to 3 days. What happened with this one was 45 minutes before the auction was over, the current winning bidder messaged me and said, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to buy. I'm not going to be paying for this." He gave a couple of excuses about his PayPal not working, and also that he had thought it was the actual backpack that the actor wore on the show. So that was, and so he said, hopefully somebody will outbid him before the auction ends. And of course, nobody else bid. And so what happened was I looked at the top 3 bidders that had bid on that, and they all happened to be from Germany. So that was a little fishy. So I sent a second chance offer to the number 2 bidder and got no response after 24 hours. I sent a second chance offer to the number 3 bidder, so who was still at around $1,100 for their highest bid. And after 24 hours, no response from them either. So pretty sure that those 3 people, maybe they were even just one person with 3 accounts, were just bidding it up for some unknown reason. I don't know why. And so the next bidder down was all the way down at like $560. And I was pretty sure he was legit because he had messaged me a few times about the backpack, but I didn't want to make an offer for that because I thought it might be worth significantly more than that. He had actually offered me $300 for the backpack as soon as I had listed it, but I declined it because I didn't know what it was worth at the time. So anyway, I ended up reporting the winning bidder to eBay and blocking him so that he couldn't bid against on the next auction, and then I relisted it for another 7-day auction, and this is what it went for. So anyway, kind of crazy, kind of fun, not typical of what I would find at thrift stores, but we do typically do fairly well. Typically I'll find things in like the $5 to $10 range that will sell in the $30 to $50 range, and if I find maybe 10 or plus more than that in a day, then that's a decent day of thrifting or sourcing at that one store. But anyway, just wanted to share with you guys a fun find that I had. Who would have known? Superman backpack, $760 plus $15 shipping. I think after eBay fees and everything, I cleared, the profit was, I'm not really sure what it was, about close to $700, like $600 something probably. Because eBay took quite a chunk in the fee, I think, but they took about 13% or something like that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope it was fun for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you guys have any like really cool finds that you had that you'd like to put in the comments and share with other people, that'd be cool. If you have any questions about it, I'll be glad to answer them. Please like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time.